name is Keianna Johnson. I am an award-winning hairstylist and owner of Chi Chi Sophistication Kids Natural Hair Studio, where I specialize in natural hair and braiding for children and teens ages 2 to 17. And I'm also the author of this magnificent book entitled Coming of Age, The Easy Guide to Healthy Hair Care for Teens, where I teach preteens as well as teenage girls how to manage their textured hair on their own. Today's class is entitled Healthy Hair Workshop for Teens. And the purpose of this workshop is to provide fundamental tools to teach young girls how to maintain their textured hair in a healthy manner. Today's workshop is brought to you by the Right Women Book Festival 2020. I am honored to be before you today and to be celebrated as a woman author through this platform. For more information about the Right Women's Book Festival, visit website www.therightwomenbookfest.org. Before we get started on today's discussion, I felt that it was very important for me to highlight the young ladies who are featured in Coming of Age book. While writing Coming of Age, it was very important for me to have more than one ethnic hairstyle represented in this book. My number one goal was to provide validation messages encouraging young girls that all textured hair is good hair, no matter how they choose to wear or style their hair, just as long as it is healthy. Coming of Age is a magnificent book for young girls who are embarking on their journey of doing their textured hair for the first time. It is also an excellent resource for teenagers who have been doing their hair but lack the guidance and support and understanding of what it takes to maintain textured hair properly. The young lady with the locks, first of all, I met her the day of my photo shoot. But it was very important for me to have locks represented in this book because they are very underrepresented. And there are a lot of teenagers who wear their hair in locks. But again, we are in a culture right now where textured hair is under attack. And there are people who are saying that locks aren't professional, that locks shouldn't be worn in school, shouldn't be worn in the workplace. And so I wanted locks to be represented in Coming of Age because I wanted young girls who choose to wear their hair in this textured hairstyle to know that they are beautiful, their hair is beautiful, and it is a positive choice to choose if you choose to wear your hair in locks. Then we have the young lady in the middle, Jalen. Her hair is natural, chemical free, but she chooses to straighten her textured hair. So I wanted to provide messages of, talking about heat damage and, just providing options for teenagers who choose to wear their hair straight. And then we have my other client, which I think they all in college now, all of them. Aja, she wears her hair textured, chemical free, twisting her hair. And so I just wanted to make sure that all textured hair is represented. I also have sections in the book discussing how to take out hair extensions and weaves and stuff like that. And like I said, the purpose of this book is to encourage young women how to manage their textured hair on their own. My entire book encourages girls to learn beginner hair care techniques that will help them view their hair in a positive light and not as a chore. Okay, guys, so a lot of people believe that the beginning of hair care begins with hair products, and that is furthest from the truth. So hair care begins with anatomy and is maintained by lifestyle, which means whatever we consume into our bodies show up on our skin as well as our hair. So before we get started on talking about hair products, we're going to talk briefly about the 4 elements of lifestyle, meaning what we consume into our body, before we can even talk about hair products. So I'm going to grab my notes just specifically for this part of the presentation, just so I can make sure that I am saying the correct thing, because these food groups or food lifestyles or what we consume can kind of blend in between one another, and we don't want that. So, of course, an omnivore is an individual who eats animal and plant foods. A clean eater is an individual who eats unaltered, non-genetically modified foods. A vegetarian is a person who does not eat fish, fowl, or food derived from animals such as eggs and cheese, but subsist on vegetables, fruits, nuts, and grains. And then a vegan is a vegetarian who omits all animal products from their diet. So there's a method to the reason why I mentioned this, because people who are omnivores, we all know that they eat whatever they want to eat. People who do that, they'll typically purchase products from the beauty supply store. They can choose more of a holistic approach, but they're kind of more open to the kinds of products and stuff that they use because they're more open to the kinds of foods that they consume. Then we have a clean eater. They can kind of choose between store-bought products as well as more holistic, but they are consciously aware of what they consume into their body, consciously aware. And then we have vegan and vegetarian. Those people who choose those two lifestyles, you won't see them purchasing products from your local beauty supply store because they're very strict on what they consume into their body. They typically are very strict as to what they put on their skin, so it's more of a holistic not hair care, but a holistic body. They just care about the things that they consume into their body, so you won't see these kinds of people up in your local beauty supply store. They will mix their own products, or they will purchase from individuals who have holistic ingredients in their hair products. So they are not as flexible as a person who is an omnivore or a clean eater. So again, that was mentioned because I wanted you guys to know that before we can even talk about hair care, we're talking about anatomy and lifestyle. That is like very, very important because you're going to choose based off your lifestyle. So we're going to go ahead and talk briefly about hair products. So you all see here that I have covered up the products with some Christmas paper, being real creative, because the purpose of this workshop isn't to endorse any product, but just to let you guys know the purpose of the products. So, of course, we're going to start off with shampoo. Shampoo lately has been getting a bad rap because a lot of people want to co-wash, but shampooing your hair is very important. It cleans your hair. It is created to clean your hair. It opens your cuticles. It cleans your hair. So just like we use soap to clean our bodies and we just don't use lotion to clean our bodies, it's the same method. You wouldn't use lotion to clean your body. You would use soap. So shampoo is very important in cleansing the hair and scalp, making sure it's clean and healthy. Then we have conditioner. The purpose of a conditioner is to restore what was lost during the wash. So if you are, whatever, naturally we have our own, because we are consuming things that is showing outwardly on our bodies. Our scalp and hair creates its own natural oils and stuff like that. And so during the shampooing process, a lot of those minerals and nutrients is lost. So the conditioner is to restore. I am typically against co-washing because when conditioner restores your hair, it restores. And it's not meant to cleanse. It's not a cleanser. So when people co-wash only, the conditioner just sits on top of the head. It just sits and sits and sits and sits, and it weighs their hair down, weighs their hair cuticles down. And what people don't understand is your hair can break off and break down because it's not getting what it needs. It needs to be cleansed. It needs to be refreshed. Like when we wash our face at night, take our makeup and stuff off or whatever, we feel fresh when things are clean. So let's use conditioner as a restorer and not a cleanser, because it's not a cleanser, y'all. So shampoo and conditioner. Then we have water. Water is scientifically proven to hydrate hair. So if we're drinking a lot of water, it's going to show on our skin and in our hair. We're going to be a little, you're going to see a lot of moisture in our skin, a lot of moisture in our hair. And water in a spray bottle does the exact same thing. Water revitalizes things. It brings stuff back to life. And so it is scientifically proven to moisturize. All right. Then we have leave-in conditioner. So leave-in conditioner is conditioner that you can leave on your hair. Okay, let's talk about the two difference. Typical conditioner that is joined together with a shampoo, you typically rinse out of your hair. With a leave-in conditioner, you can leave it on your hair so throughout the day. So say like today, well, let's say 2 days ago I moisturized my hair. My hair may feel a little dry right now. I can just take this leave-in conditioner and just kind of restore my hair, give it an extra, moisture that it needs to survive the next couple of days without having to shampoo my hair. So leave-in conditioner is very important. Next we have oil. So we have oil as well as oil sheen. They both kind of do the same thing. Oil, a lot of people, the misconception about oil is a lot of people believe that oil moisturizes hair. It does not moisturize hair. Oil is, the whole purpose of it is to provide shine, and it seals in the moisture. So if you've applied your water and your product in your hair, seal it with oil. Oil sheen and oil. Some people oil their scalps. I don't oil my scalp because my scalp produces its own oil. And so when I apply oil to my scalp forms dandruff because it's too much oil on my scalp. So I don't even put oil on my scalp at all. So next we have pomade. And I'm going to bring all these over just a little bit more. So a pomade is used to seal the moisture, providing long-lasting shine. So what it just said, it provides shine, it seals in moisture. So if it's sealing in moisture, it's almost as the equivalent as an oil. It isn't a moisturizer, and we all know that water is scientifically proven to moisturize hair. So we always start that process of hair care with water first, and then you can add your butters and stuff like that. But pomade is the equivalent of an oil. It provides shine and seals in the moisture. Then we have butter. So butter it seals in moisture while preventing hair breakage. So again, we start with the water. Then we add the butter. The butter just gives it that nice, smooth feel to the hair. A lot of people use butters to twist hair. A lot of people use butters to kind of, like I said, help alongside with water, moisturize the hair. Next, we have cream. Okay? So cream is basically a hair lotion that seals in moisture. Again, coincides with water. Then we have a curl defining cream. So curl defining creams is long lasting. It holds the hair, and it is a curl enhancement. So a lot of people use this as if they want to have a twist out. They twist their hair together, and when they unravel the twist, it is a nice firm hold without the crunch and the weighing the hair down. If you want to use perm rods with a curl defining cream, it helps hold the hair in place so that it can curl. So a lot of people, you can choose between any of these creams, pomade. A lot of people don't know that there are more than one product that you can choose to, mold your hair into a style. Now, I know with my daughter, Brielle, I can't use butters on her hair because the way her hair texture is tight. So what the butter does, even after detangling, it just tightens her hair up where I can't comb through. Whereas a pomade is a lighter product, and so once I shampoo, condition her hair, maybe blow dry, and I put a pomade on it, it kind of just leave her hair just a little bit looser because it's not a heavy cream or butter. It's very, very light. So you'll be able to choose between what products works best for you, and that is also covered in my book Coming of Age, and that's also based off hair texture as well. Next, we have a detangler. So the purpose of a hair detangler is to allow you to detangle your hair without pain. Everybody needs a good detangler. If you all have seen my textured hair, which I've been wearing an afro lately, it is tight. So I need my detangler to help me loosen up my hair so it won't hurt as I comb. And then we have mousse. Okay, so the mousse provides volume, hold, and it reduces frizz. Now, a thicker hair texture like mine, which I am 4C, I can't use mousse on my hair. So people with like a looser texture of hair. So there are 4 different hair textures to hair. So we have straight, we have wavy, we have curly, and then we have coarse hair. So typically straight hair, wavy hair, or curly hair, like within the biracial family, like just different kinds of curls and stuff, mousse will be very good because it maintains frizz, and it holds the hair, whereas coarse hair doesn't need no hold. It can hold on its own. And then finally, which isn't the last of them all, but it's the last of them all for this presentation, is a gel. So gel provides a hold. A lot of people use gel for, to slick down their sides of their hair to actually finish your hairstyle. Some people use gel as their braiding hair. So gel is really good with providing hold, but too much gel can break your hair off. And when you're using gel, you don't have to apply gel to your hair every day. Like literally, if you apply gel to your sides today, if spritz a little water right there because the gel is still there. Just spritz a little water. Get your little spray bottle. Spritz some little water. And take your brush and just smooth it back down. The gel is still there. So gel provides hold. So my whole purpose of talking about the hair products again is to let you guys know it's all based off lifestyle choice. You can make your own hair products, or you can purchase your products out your local beauty supply store. But the choice is yours. It's based off your lifestyle. And the beauty about coming of age, I introduce to the young people about their lifestyle, because starting at preteen and up, they begin to think about their own lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? Lifestyle can be based off how they was raised, or lifestyle can just be based off choices that they make. But that is the beauty of it all. They're in a place where they're choosing their own lifestyle. And so before we can go forward with how to maintain textured hair, you have to know your lifestyle. You have to know what works well with your own hair texture. Okay, next we're going to discuss how to train, nurture, and manage textured hair to prevent hair breakage and promote hair growth. So some of you may be saying, well, how can I train my textured hair? You train your textured hair by creating a bi-weekly hair regimen, meaning you're shampooing your hair every 2 weeks, you're conditioning your hair, just doing a daily regimen. The same way we have a regimen with brushing our teeth every day and a regimen with cleaning our bodies every day. If we don't brush our teeth, guess what? We're going to get cavities in our teeth. We're going to fall out. Guess what? If we don't wash, we're going to stink, So having a weekly or bi-weekly regimen get your hair in the habit of being clean, refresh, revitalize. If you're using moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, that's what help you maintain your textured hair. Like, for example, I have a tight texture, and sometimes you all see me wearing an afro. Well, sometimes with my afro, because all I need is water and maybe some, a little butter or something to kind of lock in the moisture, sometimes I don't comb my afro. So if I don't maintain a regimen, when it's time for me to style my hair or begin to, start my regimen all over again, my hair is going to be tight. It's going to be hard to comb. It's going to hurt. It's going to be sore because I didn't maintain my regimen. So maintaining your regimen is training your hair to operate the way it's supposed to. And you just feel so much more cleaner and fresher when your hair is clean. So then you're asking me, okay, how do we maintain texture hair? So it's nurture is the next one. So you nurture your texture hair by using moisturizing shampoos and conditioners. You're using your hair products, a general amount of your hair product, so that your hair can be, have the shine, that it just look good. You know, it looks good when you nurture your hair. Your hair feels good. Your hair has the nutrients it needs to be, you know, healthy and to strive and, you know, thrive and grow. It's not broken hair. Like, you know, it's not dry hair. It is healthy hair based on how you're using your hair products. And then you may ask, how do you manage your textured hair to prevent hair breakage? Well, it's all about the technique of how you wear your hair. If you're wearing braids, choose hairstyles that's not going to break off your hair. You know, you can have your hair braided without it being braided tight. You know, tight braids can pull your hair out. Tight braids can make your scalp look red. Tight braids hurt. You know, and it can cause traction alopecia. And alopecia isn't an issue just for older adults. Children are experiencing those kinds of issues too when someone is negligent in how they're styling a child's hair. So even teenagers can be a little heavy-handed with how they style their hair. So you can still have a beautiful, well-manicured hairstyle without doing things that is going to, you know, hurt the textured hair, you know, damage the textured hair. You know, that is very, very important. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about, well, I'm going to showcase just a few hairstyling tools on, because that falls under the managing textured hair with care. I'm going to show you all briefly just a couple of hair styling tools that you can use, but then talk from another subject. So we have a wide tooth comb, which helps you detangle your hair if you use it with detangler or after you shampoo, conditioning your hair, or if you have conditioner on your hair. It can, you know, loosely detangle your hair without it hurting your head. So a nice detangling comb. This is one of my favorite detangling brushes. This is the Felicia Leatherwood brush. What I like about this detangling brush is it goes along with the hair. Okay, so let me just grab one of my mannequins here. When you're brushing the hair, it just goes along with the hair. And when it's time to clean it, you can open up the bristles and get any excess hair out. It's just as the equivalent of a wide tooth comb because the bristles are wide, just like the wide tooth comb. This brush is my favorite, and I also like the little hand grooves here. So I'm not endorsing this product, y'all, but I'm just letting you know you can use a detangling brush or comb to detangle your hair. Next we have these two brushes. So both of these can be considered multi-purpose brushes, but the hard bristle brush is for longer hair. So, you know, maintaining longer hair that's long. The soft bristle brush is typically for short hair and your hair around your edges, because it doesn't pull on your hair, and the hair around your edges is very soft and can easily be pulled out. And so I always recommend buying both. You know, get that long, you know, the hard bristle brush for longer hair, soft bristle brush for shorter hair, and for your edges. Then we have the different levels of pintail combs. So this pintail comb, which is my favorite, which is the Evolve pintail comb. So pintail combs are for parting. You know, some people use it to oil people's scalps and stuff like that. So you have the more wider pintail comb that has like a more plastic tail. Then you have this metal pintail comb. And then we have this wider plastic pintail comb. The reason why this comb is my favorite is because I do have some clients that are diabetic, and I can't use this pin comb on on their scalp and stuff like that because they have diabetes, and we don't want to be breaking the skin and just causing a lot of problems on their hair. But there are choices with the kind of combs you use to part hair. Another thing in how to manage textured hair to prevent hair breakage is you have to make sure your styling tools aren't broken. So like with this brush, this wide tooth comb and this wide tooth comb. As you can see, this wide tooth comb is chipped, broken. It's not even at all. And what can happen is if you use this wide tooth comb on your hair, the broken pieces can snag your hair and cause hair breakage. So it's very important to replace your tools when you start to see them buckle up and break off and stuff like that. Just go ahead and get a more just replace your tools. They're not expensive. You can find these kinds of combs and stuff at the Dollar Tree, honestly. So you don't have to, in Walmart. Replace your combs. Also with the pintail combs, I bought these two up specifically because they are broken. As you can see, broken. This can break your hair off. Broken comb sticking out, snagging your hair, it can break your hair off. Same thing with this plastic comb. One second, I just dropped it. You see? Broken. So we want to make sure that our hairstyling tools are on point, that they're not broken. We're going to make sure that we're using our hairstyling tools properly. And, you know, like I said, in the training, the nurturing and maintaining textured hair, it is very important. It's like a whole. It's as a whole. We can't miss. You can't miss a step. You can't miss a step. And finally, I wanted to touch on, before I end this video, is I wanted to touch on briefly about the difference between, and I didn't cover this at first, the difference between pumps and products with a top on it. So products that unscrew, you know, we have them. We scoop our hands. Sometimes we don't even wash our hands when we're using these products. So once we open it and we're scooping and all this, these products are more jars. What is this? Jars and pumps. So this is a jar. Jars are more prone to bacteria, which also diminishes the shelf life of a product. Whereas when you're using a pump, you're keeping all bacteria and debris out of the product, so the shelf life is longer. You won't have to worry about mold and, you know, hair being stuck inside of your products and contaminating your products. So as you can see, there are I have a lot of pumps and spray bottles here. And even the oil. Less contaminated, less prone to contamination. Whereas jars such as gel and your pomades and your butters and your curl defining creams and stuff like that, they are prone to bacteria and stuff like that, because sometimes we forget to wash our hands. When we just waking up in the morning, we're like, oh, we got to hurry up, go to work, take that gel and all that stuff. We're not washing our hands and stuff like that. So if you want to choose to buy products, you know, and try to preserve them as long as you can, there are gels that are in pumps. There are gels that are in spray bottles or in forms like this, in containers like this. So you can choose between whether you want pumps or jars. And I feel like pumps last a little bit longer than the jars anyway. So I have more jar products than I have what is it, jars versus, oh my god, y'all, I just lost my train of thought. But you guys get it, jars versus pumps. I'm going to leave this in. I'm not even going to edit it out. But I just want you guys to know, hair care is what you make it. It doesn't have to be a chore, you know, and especially for the young people, it is, you know. I think sometimes with age, people just think, okay, my child is 13 years old now. He or she can do their hair. No, we got to teach them, you know what I'm saying? And to prevent our children from having a negative disposition about their hair, we have to show them how to manage their texture hair, how to love their texture hair, to learn about the kind of products that works best with their texture hair, you know. But it all starts with education, because once you learn something, can't nobody take that away from you. And so that was the reason why I created Coming of Age. It was a labor of love for my clients, where their parents will allow their children to come to me from ages 2 to about maybe 10 or 11, and then by 12 they're like, oh, they can do it on their own. And then maybe a year later they come back and their hair is destroyed. Years worth of hair care has been destroyed because the parent like, you're old enough now, spread your wings and fly. And it doesn't work like that. We have to teach our children how to love themselves, how to love their bodies, how to take care of themselves, just like we teach them how to take care of everything else. So thank you guys so much for allowing me to come before you. The Right Women Book Festival 2020, I am so thankful that you guys chose me to come before your audience today and just to share forth my expertise in hair care. I am just thrilled to be among women authors of all levels of diversity, with all levels of expertise, and everyone has a message and a story to tell, and I'm thankful to be in the number of all of you. So again, thank you, Right Women Book Festival 2020, for allowing me to come here. If you guys, the audience, would like to follow the Right Women Book Festival, please go to their website. If you want to figure out what local events is popping off in our local area, in reference to women authors, if you want to buy books or poetry, that are written and produced by women authors, please visit www.therightwomensbookfest.org. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace and blessings. Bye. Oh my gosh. So P.S. I forgot to mention. To purchase your copy of Coming of Age, The Easy Guide to Healthy Hair Care for Teens, you can visit Amazon as well as Barnes & Noble to get your teenager a copy of this book. And it's not just for teens. If you are an adult who have no clue of how to maintain and manage your texture hair on your own, this is a beginner's guide to show you how. So thank you again, Right Women Book Festival 2020. I appreciate you and I love you all. Bye.